Well, I finally flipped it, and somehow by jumping out of it, what is up, everybody? We're back here in Out of Ore, and we're gonna play in the dirt again. I think my plans for today, let's go to the map and pop up the drone view right here. And let's get into that in-cab cam right there. Okay. Alright, and then I believe Shift S is lower. Yep. So, my intentions for this episode is going to be changing this little production facility here. And it's probably going to be loud with all these machines running. But, yeah, that's our iron production there. We got our steel production and manufacturing going on. I need to upgrade this setup to include a sorter, trommel, and wash bin and all that stuff. And then I want to get a road built to this iron deposit up here. We're probably just going to backfill this iron and stuff here, because that's going to kind of be along that path. I could just actually go around it. Maybe that's what we'll do. Yep, so, let's get busy. I'm going to get out of this drone and pull this back out. Now, the last episode I was talking about upgrading the excavator. I will do that at some point, but we've only got 1.2 hours on this one, so you know, let's just give it some more use, some more work before we go ahead and just sell it out. I think probably the first stage is going to be making the path to get up there. I might just do it from here, since it's already elevated. Might be a little easier, more straightforward. So I'm gonna pick up these guys right here. So let's get our sledge out. And we'll just go ahead and put this down on my hot bar. And we'll set it back here for now. Alright, now let's get to clearing this out, making that path. Yep, so this is going to be a lot of just plain old dirt. I'm wondering if I should just toss it in a sell point rather than even bothering with it. I think that's going to be the best thing, and I need to get a sell point ordered anyway. It's going to be necessary to have. And we'll just throw that down right here. That's gonna be the best way to put this down. Like that, I think. Sure, I'm fine with that. May or may not move it, but should work. Yeah, that's kind of nice, not even have to think about it. So production's pretty much gonna come to a stall here pretty soon, but I think we're at a decent point where not much of a choice. You know what I'm gonna try? I'm gonna try the I'm gonna try to do that time-lapse thing, get that set up. I have no idea how that works, but we'll get it started and see what happens. So let me go ahead. I think I can just hit tab. No, I can't, so you gotta go to M. Vehicle, drone, drive. I don't want to do that. That's not what I wanted to do. So maybe we'll kind of just set it up here. These are all default settings. Press to start recording. So I think there's hotkeys to do this, but until I learn those hotkeys, I'm gonna do it manually. Alright, had to figure out how to close that menu. So we'll see what this time-lapse thing does and where the file gets stored on my computer. That way I can probably clip that into my video versus boring everybody, because I plan on playing this for a while and getting a lot of work done, and then kind of come back, give you guys some updates and explain the plans, you know. A little bit of spillage over the edge of that point there. Didn't have the best angle. Let's get this angle done right. Not happy with that run right there, but it is what it is. Go ahead, dump it, and realign. Looks like we need to fuel up pretty soon, but we'll get some more work done before we do that. Off the edge here if I keep going any further that way. Let's try to keep it on track. No loader tips today, alright? Thing I'm gonna do before it becomes a problem. Let's fill this in right here. Probably shouldn't have done this because it might mess up my edges coming back through, but yeah, it was what it was. We'll not do that next time. Not until the path's wider. It's not probably a good idea to be leveling that out. Yeah, see? That's what happens. Well, I think that's the first time I've heard the lightning effects. Okay, I kind of like this. This is a pretty good storm. Definitely not safe to be in a machine like this on a hill during a lightning storm. Usually I would get out and seek shelter. Especially putting this bucket up in the sky. This might be the move right here. Just kind of dig up here and dump it off. Kind of make my path. Alright, we're gonna adjust the time of day real quick because it's getting dark and I don't like that. It can be rainy and cloudy in the daytime. I might get a better angle here. Zoom out a little bit. I don't understand the sliding effect that happens while pushing straight. Is it because I'm on a hill going sliding that way? Like I need to dig into it this way, maybe? It's definitely frustrating. Another thing I could try is maybe flatten it out lower over here. Where I got that ore sell points, just I should have probably had it moved over. Goes the opposite direction it should. This is kind of working where I got my bucket angled up a little bit. Just tilt it as well. Just wanting to widen this up here. Tearing this ground up. Man, I wish this was four-wheel drive. The front wheels are not giving any pull. No power. It's the best way I can describe what I'm experiencing. Okay, I think we got it kind of flat enough now up here. We should be able to dig in and start to path over. Alright, just gotta flatten the side a little bit. Kind of getting the hang of doing all this. I'm still pretty much a noob. And I'm just kind of learning how these machines operate in this game. Some of that driving I was kind of like fussing about, you know, with like when you're turning and you're trying to cut the bucket in like on the left or right side. It's like when I get like this and I start pushing on the gas, it's like my back tires are pushing me right instead of my left tires pulling me left, or my front side tires pulling me left. So it's like I'm pretty sure these machines are four-wheel drive in real life. Yeah, there's a lot of detail in this game. It even shows the drive shaft going to the front wheels, so it's definitely front-wheel drive. So when you're cutting and digging while turning and it's pushing your vehicle to the opposite direction, there's a lot of like slippage and traction issues I think they need to figure out or work on. But for the most part, if you learn how to adapt and work with what you got, it manages to take care of business. Oh wow, let's be careful. Goal of the day is to not tip the loader. So we'll try to keep up with that goal. Yeah, I went from selling all the dirt to just kind of transplanting it over here. We'll probably level that out at some point. Turn some of this into the factory or who knows what. Do anything with level ground. Alright. Keep on digging. We're about halfway to that iron pit. Like, why won't that dump? Well, I finally flipped it, and somehow by jumping out of it, I saved my life and the loader. Go ahead and dump this right here, and run this tree over, I guess. And we'll kind of climb back up over there from here. Let's try not to do that again, okay? We'll go ahead and rewind the time again. Early morning's okay. I'd rather it be a little bit brighter than this, but it's a lot brighter than what it just was. Alright, let's go ahead and keep on keeping on. This path is not going to build itself. Go ahead and start dumping over here. Well, we almost made it there before we ran out of fuel. That's some pretty good progress. Alright, we pretty much cleared the path. Got access to the mine. There may be a bite of iron in this, so I'm going to dump it off in this storage here. Then, yeah, I need to fill up. That's one of the biggest reasons why I came over here. We'll go ahead and shut her down, throw the parking brake on, and check and see how much iron we got out of that. 45. I mean, that's good. That's realistic. That's about right. Let's go ahead and head this way and see about flattening it a little bit up here. It's pretty flat. I dug a pretty nice path. Went a little extra wide, and dumping it over here kind of helped with that. So that's a good strategy versus just selling everything, is to kind of use it to help build the path. And when you're building up kind of like a hill, there's always going to be one side, if you're going up a hill, one side's going to be lower than the other, and that's the side you should be dumping dirt on. Not only did we make ourselves a really nice and wide path up here, we've got plenty of space to potentially build a small little iron plant over here to sort through this iron. I better not flatten that, it'll mess up with the quantity. Just kind of level all this out best we can. Alright, I'd say that's definitely more than smoothed out and good to go. I'm gonna hop into the drone and kind of get an aerial view of what we're looking at now. We'll go ahead and stop this recording here. And then, yep, before I show you up close, I'll just show you on the time lapse and then we'll pick right back up. So yeah, you just seen the time lapse of all that. That was probably about 45-50 minutes of mining with that first loader I bought pretty much on day 3 or 4. I don't remember anymore. I bought it at some point after I could afford it. That's really all you need to know. And yeah, so we've cleared out this area here. I kind of was just scooping in a straight row and then dumping off to the side right there, as you can see. And that worked out pretty good. So now we are right up against this iron node that I prospected the other day, or surveyed, I should say. Prospecting is more or less the act of mining and getting the gold and such, but not super familiar with all the mining terminology, especially when it comes to just regular gold mining. But yeah, so we got a nice little path there. Definitely gonna probably relocate this sell point and all of this next. That's gonna be my next project. May do it somewhere up there. Or I may kind of keep it right around the same place, and we'll just have long trips. I'm trying to avoid doing the long trips, and at some point we will have a main base. That's where we drop off our ores and sell off and everything like that. But until we get a main base, maybe we'll just have like temporary setups. I don't know how they do it in real life, but it wouldn't be against the logic of, you know, kind of setting up a little construction site here. Even thinking about using some of the decorations that come with the DLC. You know, I wanted to support the game. It's an awesome game. Bought it back when it first came out. I don't even remember how I found out. I think just some small streamer or big streamer was touching on it. Maybe an indie game streamer or something like that was just touching on it because it had released. And since then I knew, you know, when I played that game initially, I knew it was going to be an amazing game. Threw my money at them, supported them, and so far it's turned into a very, very addicting game. It only took 2 years, and that's actually super good, especially because I think the development was rather small. I think it was like just a couple guys or maybe one guy by himself. I have heard that there's a lot more help in development, plus you got some of these other streamers like Split in Two. He's doing a lot of help. Really awesome streamer. I've been watching him dig these pits, and it's kind of what motivates me to kind of play around and get good at the game and enjoy it, explore every avenue of it and kind of go on a little playthrough like I am right now, where I'm even completing some of these quests. I'll definitely finish this one next, and we may actually use this new iron node to help kind of push that next mission forward. It's a lot of materials to gather. You don't get a whole lot of pay. It's not paying me very much, and there's not much experience, but it's just kind of part of the game, so I'm definitely going to do it. There's really nothing to lose except for time, and that's the whole point of playing the game, is to just have fun with your time. So I'll have fun with my time, and we'll definitely at some point make this. And yeah, it's a radio array. There may even be, releases down the road that have more purpose to those items. Like that radio array may allow me to communicate to, a further off plant and, start helping them with something. Who knows? I'm just kind of making up scenarios in my own head. As a sandbox game, that's kind of what you do, especially if they had mod support. I could actually make scenarios, which would be pretty fun. But yeah, enough rambling on. The goal moving forward is going to be probably relocating all 5 of those up there closer to the iron mine. We'll probably get a better version of this plant with the I'm not even going to guess building names. We'll just go to production. So yeah, we'll get where the heck is the wash plant thing? Yeah, so it's just a wash plant. So we'll probably get a couple wash plants. A conveyor sorter, I think that's what I want. Yeah, so everything else. So the iron would come out that top conveyor, and then dirt and pay dirt will come out the bottom. I'm not going to have much pay dirt up there, but who knows, maybe there will be a little bit deeper into that iron, and we can cut into that and get some pay dirt as well. And then I believe the wash plant will turn that pay dirt into, yeah, dirt, gold, diamonds, and rubies. So instead of just using pay dirt in the small wash bin and getting just gold, I'll have a chance for diamonds and rubies as well. So that'll add a little bit of that. And I think it makes it, it eliminates a step, so I don't have to constantly wait on crafting timers. I don't know if this has like a delay or a timer on it, or if it's instantly going to filter it, but hopefully there's a lot less timer and delay and sorting and organizing on this, because that's kind of the biggest thing that could cause performance issues. That's what they were fighting with today on some of the testing and Split in Two's stream. It was just the whole conveyor and logic and sorting system. Makes me think that something's running on RNG and trying to calculate some kind of mathematical equation or odds, or maybe it is a visual problem, but I'm not going to go into the details of the workings behind it. I'm just going to set it up as intended, use it. If it breaks the game or doesn't give me proper values, it is what it is, and I'll just keep on playing, because there's dirt for days and ore for days. There's more and more and more ore all over this world. It's just going to take me time to get to it in most cases. Just like digging this path today took about an hour, but I don't know. I enjoyed it. It's very relaxing. Just kind of throw on some headphones and, put down a little whiskey, smoke your cigarette, your cigar, whatever you want to do, and get to work. Even though you wouldn't do that in real life, operating one of those heavy machines, now would you? Personally, I don't really drink much, but do what you do to have a good time. Enjoy the ride. Enjoy the game. So I might call it. This would be a good spot to end episode 6. Just kind of talking about the plans, the future. I did get a good milestone done there. That's an hour's worth of work. I try not to edit the videos down too much and just keep it all as is. It's a lot of work for me, and you'll miss a lot of the content that I enjoyed, you know, playing through. So I think it's kind of a two-way street. If I'm enjoying it, so do you guys. So that's another thing. If you enjoyed this video, you had a good time, you were hanging out and just seeing how this game works and how I was able to manage all of this, then go ahead, give me a thumbs up, give me a like on this video, subscribe if you want to see more. I'm going to keep posting these videos, I'm going to keep playing this game, and I may do some more stuff in other games too at some point, but I'm rather trapped and addicted on this one. Next game is maybe in the pipeline, could be Space Engineers. I did play a bit of Ark on the new map. I love survival games and just any kind of open world type thing that lets you build and survive and thrive and manufacture and whatever. But alright, there I am again, rambling on. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.